Instagram has changed their rules, so if you don't follow me on Instagram and you follow me here on YouTube, please go find me on Instagram at Bliss in the House. And I can't do lives there anymore until I get 1,000 followers, and I'm at like 800. So I've got plenty of followers here. If some of you would just go over and follow me there, then I can continue doing lives there. I am going to do a collective reading tonight for the amazing astrology that's going on. The sun and the moon are both in their dignified or just positive positions. So we have like a plus 18 in the astrology just from the luminaries. So it's a very lucky couple of days. This Friday, Saturday is beautiful. And then next week we begin to move toward, as we get into Virgo season, some old stuff. We get back into some retrogrades of the bigger planets. We get back into some of the older energies. So I wanted to pull some cards in this yummy vibe of how we can kind of stay on track and centered and grounded as a collective. And if you pop in here and you want to have a mini read for you, I'll pull a couple cards for you. Just write in the comments me or tarot or whatever. So one card just flew out, and I want to, so here's the Six of Cups. So this is talking about reminiscing. So it's talking about looking back to the past. And so we do want to know that as we're going into some retrograde, we do want to find some treasures. This is also the soulmate card. Soulmate card is beautiful. It's lovely. It's things you love from your childhood. It's the past, but it's nostalgia. It's the sweetness. It's also children. This card, and 6 is a karmic number. So with 6 of Cups, we have some karmic love stuff that may be surfacing also. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull some cards for the collective, and what's a message that we can receive from the universe in this yummy energy to allow us to access the most delicious vibe for us, right? The most potent medicine. What can we do as a collective? What's the message that we need to know? I've got the Crow Tarot deck with me tonight, and on the bottom is the Hanged Man. So subconscious mind is speaking to us in terms of we're at a still point. Even though this is a really great time to have action, this is saying you kind of want to look at things from another perspective. So that's going to be the underlying message. So let's see what's coming up. I've got Temperance immediately and Page of Pentacles. So Temperance is Sagittarian energy. It is the card of healing, of tempering oneself. So after some like chaos or tower devil moments, we move into this place where we're kind of taking it easy and restructuring, like a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, a little of that. It's a very much healing energy. And then we have Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is speaking to new manifestations in reality built on old structures or old understandings. Since we're not an ace, we're a page. We've gone through 1 through 10. Welcome in. If you'd like a free mini read, just please write in the comments, and let me make sure I have the comments accessible so I can see you. I'm on my phone, so I hope that doesn't make it complicated. Oh no, I'm on a green screen. I don't want to do that. Let's see. I'm not even sure how to see comments. This is really unfortunate. Let me see if I can figure it out. Just in case anyone does pop in, I probably need to figure this out. Show all messages. All right, well, I think it's working now. Okay, so if you want to get a mini read and you pop in here, just say please or mini read. Okay, Page of Pentacles, new either financial opportunity or new reality manifesting from the healing that healing that the collective's been doing. Let's get some more information on this for the collective. Again, the luminaries are really shining right now. And, wow, okay. I'm going to actually take all of that. So again, welcome in. If you want to get a free mini read, I think the chat's working now. So if you want to say me, we've got the Judgment card in reversed. So there is a resurrection or a resurfacing, a rebirthing sort of vibe coming in for the collective through this, you could say, energetic portal. Where forgiveness is coming up. We're needing to forgive. We're being asked to forgive the past. So we have the Six of Cups come up first as like a theme. So we're looking at past stuff, past things that were nostalgic maybe, or people from the past, or children, or love from the past. That we're looking at that as we move through this gateway to move into the retrograding, right? So we want to kind of keep that in mind, that we want to, as we're revisiting that for about 6 months until the planets retrograde again at the beginning of next year, we want to look at healing, building new into that reality. We want to look at rebirthing some of this stuff and forgiving, okay? We have Knight of Swords, so we need to approach things with an excited belief structure, a new way of perceiving that we're just going to go ahead and just run into like a knight. Okay, so this is a quick moving card. So we want to approach this as quickly as we can. Those top two cards want to come out. We have the World card talking, so we're completing an old cycle. All right, so we need to bring in a new mind as this old cycle completes and take some leadership in our life. Look at that, King of Wands. Okay, Nine of Cups is saying, okay, this is actually a wish that we're fulfilling for ourselves. As a collective, this is a wish we've had deep in our heart that actually it would go this way. So if we can take that Hanged Man energy, where did that come out? Oh yeah, that was on the subconscious mind, the Hanged Man energy, and pause and take a new perspective of the things that we've gone through. Welcome in. The Temple Laboratory. I can do a couple cards for you. If you want to do that, please say yes. We have the Death card. So we need to take a new look at things, because old things are dying, but there's a resurrection here. Like we're rebirthing, right? And then we have Two of Wands. There's a new future. Okay, and reverse Four of Swords. This is the retreat energy, but in the reverse, it's maybe like we don't really want to retreat anymore. We're not hiding from the situation anymore. We're approaching what's coming in, and I want to say we're approaching the revisiting as Neptune goes back retrograde, as Uranus is going to retrograde backwards, right? Back into Taurus, and then we're also going to get Saturn retrograding back into Pisces, Neptune back into Pisces. So we have to revisit some old themes coming up really soon. So today and tomorrow is kind of like, what do you want to be in the new? This is our last couple of days to do that, but we were looking forward to revisiting some old stuff, because this is saying there's some really juicy stuff in the past that we don't want to leave it all behind, okay? So if we don't want to leave it behind, everything you're saying already sounds so spot on. Okay, that's cool. You can just take the collective reading. That's for sure. Fine, I'm going to pull from different decks for the collective. So I think if we take the perspective that, okay, we've got a glimpse of the new earth, right? We've got a taste, just like a nipple of what that's going to be like, or like a vision into the future of what that's going to be like. But now we're going to take that excitement, we're going to take that healing that we've been experiencing, that sort of rebirthing energy, and we're going to bring it coming up next week and in the next 6 months. We're going to bring it into this revisiting. We're going to bring it into, if you will, the land of the dead, the things that we've passed through. And there's a lot of things we've been passing through, even, the last, all the way till, you could say this energy is taking us clear back to like 2008, 2006 even. So we're going back through this 19-20 year cycle, and we're going to be picking, choosing. We're going to be looking at things a little bit differently. We're going to be forgiving, right? If there's anything we haven't forgiven and it comes back up, then it's the universe saying, yeah, this thing, okay, this is resurfacing, not to hurt us more, but to allow us to forgive, take the benefit. Remember, Knight of Swords is saying, quickly look at it in a new way, quickly bring a new way of thinking to this situation, and you will be birthing it anew. You will be completing with the World card. You will be mastering your life force energy in this way. So it's really an opportunity. I think it's a beautiful opportunity. Let's get some other cards. I've got the Herbal Tarot. So let's get some medicinal perspective here. Maybe what's the medicines that we can use to go into this new, old, the old new. I've got 3 cards here. Okay, so 5 of Swords reversed, and the herb here is mistletoe. Wow, I like this. Okay, so the 5 of Swords reversed, we're ending mental conflict. Okay, we got to get out of the mental conflict energy, and mistletoe is almost like kiss it. Like go and the things that you've been mentally battling, just go and be in acceptance. Hang the mistletoe, have the, again, the forgiveness, the truce sort of energy. We're laying the swords down, okay? So that's one medicine. Reverse moon, which is we're tearing the veils down. Lemon balm. Oh, lemon balm. She's Melissa Officinal, the bee, the queen bee. So the bee is the divine feminine, the keeper of the temple. She's coming in to rent the veils. She's tearing down the illusions with the reverse moon. So the medicine that we can take into this next time is we are pulling the veils down. We're looking into the subconscious mind again, and we are seeing what illusions, what stories have we been telling ourselves that have caused mental conflict that we need to go ahead and put down and bless with that goddess energy, the lemon balm, right? So the moon is showing us maybe where we've been deceiving ourselves, or we've been veiling the truth from ourselves. And even with lemon balm there, because lemon balm is Melissa, the queen bee energy, the temple keeper. What have we not been making holy that actually could be perceived as holy? And it's a journey with the Chariot, and it takes willpower and bravery. And the herb on the Chariot is cypress. Wow, cypress oil has often been used to like help pain, like bone pain or muscle pain. What's another use for cypress? I mean, it definitely, we're thinking grand forest and very cleansing and purifying. So we're taking our will. I really like this idea of willpower and, like fortitude, moving forward, kind of like taking your whole self courageously forward to lay down the swords of our mental conflict, to rent the veils. Like we're going through it. I love how this Chariot has a yin yang. Like we're looking at both sides and we're bringing harmony and balance to it. Okay, let's pull from some other decks. Let's get some crystal ally helpers. Kiss and make up. Yes, exactly. Kiss and make up. That is completely the energy. I don't feel like it has to go be a torturous time of revisiting the old. I think we really want to suck the marrow out of this time that we're in right now. Today, tomorrow is such juicy, juicy energy that we can use this and fill up that container, fill up that cup with this yummy like inspiration that we've got from Uranus moving into Gemini, new ideas, Saturn moving into Aries, starting to move us ahead. Neptune moving into Aries, starting to move us ahead. Like we're starting to see the new a little bit. We're like, it could be this, or I have this idea that's so great. So that excitement, that willpower, that balancing energy wants to be almost like bottled up a little bit and taken as a medicine into, if you will, revisiting the past that we are going to come into. And for some people that might be difficult this next 6 months to have these planets retrograde and to go back into what we thought we had kind of stepped out of, some old stories. Let's get some crystal ally friends here. I feel like this is going to set us up a little grid, a little crystal grid for going into this next time period. And I want to anchor it in this really yummy energy today. Okay, so let's see. What are the crystal allies joining the collective for this transition time? I'm getting a chance to touch in all the crystals here. Okay, there's two. We have garnet, card number 8 in this deck, which is passion, which is our life force, sensuality, sexuality. And we have ajoite, which is the compassion stone, card 30. Together we have an 11, sort of a powerful, masterful numerology coming in right there. So let's get a couple more cards to grid this out. I love that compassion, compassionate passion. And by that I mean, fill into first what it means for you. And gosh, think how society judges like our sexuality and the primal urge or being horny or whatever. Think of the judgment that's been placed on humanity and almost like the down looking at such a thing. And now we have this divine compassion coming in, almost like making these primal urges, making that sexuality holy again, having compassion for the phase that humanity has been in around root chakra issues, right? Or our very like primal, essential nature. And we're going to cleanse with selenite. We're going to purify, and then we are having halite, which is the master cleanser. This is a salty stone. Halite comes from the Salton Sea or the Great Salt Lake, and it's in this deck, a master cleanser. So purifying, we've got purify, we've got cleanse, we've got compassion, and we've got that primal. These are all really light, like white, and this is very white with a little bit of orange. And then we have this dark garnet, rich blood, energy here. And so it's interesting because I do feel with that 3-eye atlas, interstellar object that's being watched coming our way. There's something sort of otherworldly, right, about it. And even the fact that this thing is coming from outside of our solar system, outside of our known star system, from the galactic center, right? There is something about just even knowing that changes our DNA. Okay, so here we have garnet showing up that is related to the blood. And of course, in the blood is the DNA. So there's something that we are cleansing from the DNA, something that is being released for the collective from the DNA. And I think we can consciously participate in that if we're aware and if we kind of slant our perspective a little bit and say, okay, this is an opportunity to do a conscious reboot, to cleanse, purify, to close down cycles. To, if you haven't done my Step Across the Stick video, look at that one. That's a really simple initiation that you can do where you just, draw a line in the sand or put a stick down and be like, I'm walking from this reality into this reality. I'm going from the way that it used to be here, and I'm now consciously stepping in over here. That's kind of this in summation. Let's get one more for the center of this grid. We'll go ahead and send that out into the collective. Oh my gosh, the cards are like, no lady, it is not one more. We've got Tiger's Eye. This is empowering. Let's take that center. Off to the side, we've got Trigonic Quartz, which is the soul code activator. This thing is potent. If you've never held a Trigonic Quartz, you should get your hands on one. They are freaking crazy to hold. And Judy Hall, that made this deck, she's imbued each one of her cards with the crystal itself. So when you can actually crystal grid with these cards, even though it's super fun to do with crystals. To move my selenite crystal zodiac tray that I do runes on sometimes over and just kind of use the space that I have here for this grid. I've got some Herkimer diamonds here from New York. I got through Midnight Fluorite. I do live sales on Instagram if you're looking for some hot deals on crystals. Danny over there has some incredible deals. Okay, so let's see what else is in our grid here. We also have black tourmaline, so we are anchoring some protective energy. This is very masculine. It's very space holding. It's absorbing to anything. Like we're cleansing, we're purifying, so we got to have something to catch the trash, right? So I love all the white, clear, and now black stone. We also have citrine. So abundance is definitely part of this equation. And that's going to be your solar plexus energy. So that is the sun. That is, I love it, the mother, Lakshmi, in the Sanskrit way of talking about this. We've got divine abundance coming in. And I was just looking this up on the internet, trying to find some rainbow Mayanite. There's actually just one source that I can find right now that is the rainbow Mayanite source. And this really is about the rainbow bridge. So this is activating all strands of DNA. That's what's going on here. So we've got to go and recover, recuperate, reconnect all parts of ourself that have been, if you will, disconnected in previous cycles, disconnected from the human understanding. And this 3-eye atlas, I think it is one of the activators. It is passing over the Pleiades, right? It is, hello, Juanita, welcome in. If you want a free mini read, just please say tarot or yes, please. And I'll get you a couple of cards. But right now I'm doing the collective reading. We're talking about the DNA upgrading. Hello, hello. We're talking about reconnecting all the strands of the DNA. We got this rainbow Mayanite for the collective that is full, all the colors, right? All the colors activating in us, which is all the strands of the DNA, all parts of consciousness. Okay, absolutely. We got you. I'm going to do some cards for you from the traditional tarot. But before I do that, I'm going to do the last one of the cards for the collective that came out, which is a Zeztulite. All these white and clear stones. I think this is the, I can't remember what she says this one is. Yeah, cosmic evolution, of course. So again, this reiterates what's coming in for the collective is an evolution of consciousness, is an upgrade to the DNA. So we're in a funny time right now because we're kind of in that bridgy moment. We're in the in-between. Like we've seen the old world kind of come to a closure. We've seen a little bit, right? We're seeing a lot of things fall, break down and come apart and, you know, all that. And now we've been in this window where we're getting a picture of what it could be like. We're getting an understanding, an awakening of this new world energy. And then the universe is like, oh, you got to go back and get some stuff. You got to go back and clean up. There's still some doors to close, right? So we're kind of in this bridge, but it is where our consciousness, and this is often true when we get a vision of the future, we have to take a moment to integrate the old. Yeah, we have to take a moment to integrate the old. So this next 6 months is actually, we're going to go pick up some of the pieces and kiss and make up, if you will. We're going to go back and find the nostalgic moments, and we're going to try to integrate those, right? That's shadow work. That's shadow integration. No part of myself do I leave behind. I go back and I say, I love this part of me too. I love this part of me too. I love this part of me too. I'm going to retrieve, you know, and bring them home into myself so I can be whole, because we can't truly go into the new if we're leaving fragments of ourself behind, right? We have to be complete and whole. Okay, Juanita, this is for you. And these are your cards for this reading. So Juanita, we are pulling for Juanita in this beautiful, beautiful energy. The sun and the moon are exalted and in what's the other word I'm looking for? Dignified positions. So they have +8. And in this, you get Knight of Cups energy, which is this fulfillment, this emotional love energy that's kind of just rushing into you, in for the universe. Let's see what the secondary or clarifying card would be on this. And oh, initiation, 6 of Swords, rite of passage, okay? Grounding, crystals, root chakra, yeah, yes, oh, beautiful. Yoga and crystals will help you integrate, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Juanita, this is like this beautiful love energy rushing in at you, and this initiation is basically just what I said. I'm gonna get you one more. The universe is asking you to receive this and know that this is a retrieval of love. Like this is a quick incoming retrieval of love, and you have Page of Wands. This is a new energy for you. This is a new energy that you're coming into. I want to get you a secondary. What's going to be her best integration medicine? let's go from an animal, let's go to an animal spirit to help support you in this. So when we get rite of passage, Six of Swords, remember it's like, I have a Six of Swords video. If you didn't check that out yet, check it out. I think it's both here and on Instagram, which Instagram, my handle is @BlissInTheHouse. And if you're on here and you're not following me on Instagram, please, please go follow me @BlissInTheHouse, because Instagram now will not let me do lives until I reach 1,000 followers. And I'm only to 800 on Instagram. I've got more here, but Instagram needs to catch up a little bit. So if you can, find me there. Okay, Juanita, oh, you got the Lynx energy. Keeper of secrets. So what I was saying about Six of Swords is it's rite of passage, right? It's initiation. So that means the universe presents you again with lessons you thought you already learned, right? It's like, I thought I already did this. Why is this coming up again? This thing is back. What is it? Okay, that's a Six of Swords moment. Okay? So the swords are all these thoughts, the way your mind works. When you're in a Six of Swords, and we're all in initiation right now, guys, we're all in a rite of passage. So it's like you come face to face again with things you thought that you already went through, right? And then the initiation, the passage happens when you show the universe that you did learn the lesson, right? And you do it a different way. You see it a different way. You Hanged Man, remember that was on our subconscious mind on the bottom of our crow deck. When you flip it and you see it a different way, you pass the test, you pass the initiation. So this is saying this is new energy, and it is love that you need to bring quickly to the situations on this. So as someone comes up from the past, you show love where maybe you had conflict before, right? We're putting down the swords, we're purifying, we're kissing and making up, we're forgiving, right? Okay, I'll do that. Thank you. Someone new or someone from the past. I'm not divided yet. We're just separate. Oh, you're not divorced yet, just separated 2 weeks. Okay, so you are in a rite of passage. The universe is saying to handle this differently, right? So as even you come face to face with this person, even if you're still deciding to be divorced, right? Even if you're still in separation, you can approach that relation in a completely elevated way. You can approach it with love. You can approach it as a new energy. You can come, no matter what it brings you, okay? I love that Lynx is showing up for you, because Keeper of Secrets, you know, we don't have to tell everybody everything that's happening. You know, this is something I've had to learn in my relations, is we don't have to tell everybody everything. Some of us are very mental processors. Yeah, Temple Laboratory, you're next. Absolutely. Some things are better kept within us. And it's like the Keeper of Secrets is, so-and-so said so this, they did that. Rather than going and just being like, oh, guess what so-and-so said, look what they did. Instead, we hold it as sacred in here. We put it through the alchemical fire of our own self, of our ability to sit with it, have compassion, do the shadow work reflection. Keeper of Secrets can go into the shadow, can go and like, why am I hearing that? What lesson is there for me there? How can I shower this thing with love, Knight of Cups? I had a silver link show up in a dream about a week ago. I didn't know what it meant. Oh, I'm so happy that I love the synchronicities. That's so cool. Okay, so that's your mini message. You are in the initiation, so handle with care and with love and with new energy, and you will see that this goes more smoothly for you and becomes very empowering for you. Okay, sending you so many blessings. Okay, let's do the Temple Laboratory. You are next. Let's get you some cards for this beautiful energy. What is needing to be known going forward here in this very special window? Let's see. Temple Laboratory. What are the cards for you? These are the ones. Queen of Pentacles. So this is very independent you, very self-sustaining you. It might be you as a business person. Your name is Sean. Okay, so Sean, this is you being self-sufficient. This is you taking care of yourself financially, you sustaining yourself. Then you have Two of Swords upside down, which is indecision. Okay, Knight of Swords is one of the fastest cards in the deck, and it is, Swords is the mind, Knight is rushing. Okay, so this thought rushing in, even though you're in indecision, you have Ace of Cups. So I'm saying, what this is saying is you are maybe by yourself. You are self-sustaining. You take care of yourself. Maybe you got your own business. Maybe you're steady. The indecision is whether you should rush toward this new love energy, because Ace of Cups is new love. And or stay by yourself, or stay, I don't know if you're with somebody, but this is how it's showing up. And I'm just going to go ahead and say what I see. This is saying rush toward this new emotional fulfillment energy. I'm going to get you a card from the Herbal Tarot just to kind of confirm. Yeah, Ace of Cups again. And when I pulled it up, I saw it upside down, which can be self-love. So it's almost like confirming again, do I go toward love or do I stay in self-love? Okay, so let's get you an animal totem here. It feels like with the Knight of Swords on the Ace of Cups side that you should run toward this. Maybe it will slip through your fingers if you do not. And you have the wolf, one of my personal power totems, Pathfinder. Wolf is also a teacher. So it could be that there's a person in your life that's a teacher. Maybe there isn't a specific person. It does seem like there might be, but it also just means, are you willing to open your heart and move in the direction of, I can have love? Or do you stay focused on yourself? So let's read what this says. Release your past, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. You have a love that endures. I feel like wolf's medicine shows up at a very pivotal time. So it is about a new path opening, one that is going to teach your soul deeply. And this feels like it's around love. It feels like you've mastered the physical reality, maybe finances and your own business or taking care of yourself. But maybe what isn't solid right now, that's just brand new, is your ability to love. And this is saying this is where your heart wants to, needs to go, and only your mind will get in the way of that. Gosh, Sean, I want to pull you one more card here. What does Sean need to hear? Yeah, I'll pull it from my Green Witch Oracle. This is my alchemical deck. And this came from a dear friend. So I feel like sometimes there's this dear friend energy coming from this deck. So let's give Sean one card here. Okay, it's two. Okay, so the bird is about freedom and opportunity. And then you have autumn, which is about bounty and balance. So this feels like it could be the two sides of the sword, the indecision. Like, do I stay free? You know, this freedom energy. I want to be free kind of thing. And then you have autumn that is all about the fall equinox, right? The balancing point, and where bounty, the harvest is. That's saying, bring balance into your life, bring more balance into your life. So if you haven't seen my video on the bridge, becoming the bridge, I think it on this YouTube channel and also on all my other social media profiles. On Instagram, it's @BlissInTheHouse, or you can find me on TikTok, Stasia Bliss, or @BlissInTheHouse, or LinkedIn. So I have a video, I think it's from yesterday, about becoming the bridge. So this is my suggestion to you. Watch that video, but what you're wanting to do here is bridge. It's not one or the other. The universe is saying, you think it's a decision you have to make, but they can be together. So bridging this idea of freedom and bringing love into your life, bounty, not just financial, but emotional, because you have Ace of Cups showing up twice here. So love is wanting to penetrate your life. So become the bridge. You can have both, right? You can have all these things. So that is your message. If you would like to go into more depth at all, you can reach out to me. I think here on YouTube, you can find my email address on any of my videos in the description box. And you can send me an email, or you can go to my website, blissinthehouse.com, and book a reading. And it's always done on a by donation basis, so via Zoom or a text app or anything like that. So I hope that is helpful. I'm going to shift gears back to the collective reading and do a few more cards, and then we'll just wrap it up here for tonight. I just wanted to pop in. I'm going to pull the I Ching as maybe the last thing for the collective, and if anybody else wants a mini reading, I emailed you before but never scheduled an appointment. Oh, well, let's do it. Let's do it. I appreciate that. I appreciate hearing from you. Please go follow me on Instagram if you haven't yet, at Bliss in the House over there, and I do daily videos there too. I do stories there, and as soon as I hit 1,000, I'll be doing the free readings over there, but for now, I guess I'm going to do free readings here. I like YouTube, but I'm on Instagram more. So now we're going to pull for the collective just 2 I Ching cards, sometimes 3, of what the energy is shifting to. And I like the I Ching because they are the cards of change. So they do speak about the elements and the way that they are moving. And there's a natural order to the way things move based on what the collective is up to. So this is collective reading. So what is the energy shifting into, please? Okay, I'm taking the 1, and it's 2 that's sticking up. Okay, so we go from 39 to 30 to 49. So I'm going to use my little guidebook here because I don't have all these memorized yet, but this is water above and mountain below, and you can tell the top 3 lines. The broken lines are feminine, the straight lines are masculine. So the top 3 are one element, and that's water. Okay, and then the bottom 3 are another element. Straight, broken, broken, that's the mountain. So we have pause to assess the risk. This is mirroring the Hanged Man that we already got. So we got the Hanged Man at the beginning in the subconscious. This is also saying you need to pause. We need to pause and assess. Okay, so we're still in that energy. It says there are 2 obstructions that hinder progress: water above and mountain below. The downward flowing water may conceal a dangerous abyss, whereas the still mountain may be more easily traversed. It furthers one to confront each obstacle according to one's capabilities and not overreach. So this is where the collective is, kind of needing to pause and assess, and then it shifts the energy to hexagram 30, which is the clinging, and it's fire above, fire below. So it looks like 2 cauldrons side by side. Yeah, so the clinging is where you need your spiritual practice in order to sustain the fire clinging to fire. Okay, it says fire will not burn on its own, but must cling to the fuel that feeds it. So too does the superior person seek to fuel to feed the spiritual fire, lest it burn out from neglect. As the flame grows brighter within, it adds to the light of the world and it improves it. Clinging to what is true and right brings good fortune. Okay, so this is the instruction for the collective, and where then it can move to is our spiritual practice, right? Staying in love, staying in compassion, kissing and making up, being the better person. That doesn't mean bypassing. It means truly, truly going into the healing space of temperance that came up at the beginning. And temperance is Sagittarius energy, so that is what the Sagittarian does, is it sees the bigger picture. It sees the vision. It is the guru of the zodiac. It is seeing the lesson, taking the wisdom, learning it, and going to the next level. That's what we all are being offered right now. And if we do this, we move into card 49, hexagram 49, which is the revolution. Lake above, fire below. So lake up here, fire, we see again that cauldron. And this is the battle of light and dark, this card. So it's not like we're moving into smooth sailing. There is literally this spiritual battle that we're preparing for, and it all comes with anchoring this self, right? We've got to do this right now. We've got to fix our wounds to the place where we can love them, because we're being called into this battle. Light of fire strives upward, darkness presses down. They seem intent on mutual destruction, yet this is the same battle of light and dark that plays out in the seasonal changes. What may seem like a revolution against the natural order may in fact be its fulfillment. We're destined for this, right? The time calls for a testing of intention and purpose, whether evolution or revolution. So this is the big cosmic test coming in. We're all ready for it. Our DNA is being turned on. We're being asked to be our best selves going forward. So take all that to heart. If I can assist you personally, please let me know. I'm so grateful that you popped in. And if you're watching the replay of this, thank you, thank you. Let me know if you would like a mini reading or a full reading. And it's my joy. I hope to see you here again. Much love, blessings. Namaste. And I don't know how to stop this. I don't know how to stop this. Good night.